he did that as a counselor for scouts when he was in high school. He did it in a year of civilian service. I mean, and he did it in the military, which is a really, really hard framework to in which to see the humanity of other people. But he worked at that, and that was his personal ideology. And he would sit with his soldiers. He told me several times that he doesn't want to earn their respect by his rank and his seniority or his authority, but by showing them that he cares about them. And he would spend his free time walking around to see his soldiers at different guard posts and just engaging them and talking to them about their families and their interests and their goals and their pain, and trying to understand their psyche and get into their mind. Several people said to us they felt like he had x-ray eyes that could just look into your soul and see who you were. And that's what he that's what motivated him, human connection. And I think that was something that was kind of a connection through everything he did throughout his life.
Sounds like a really special guy. You've also said that the idea of more lives being lost tears you apart. What do you make of where the war is now and how the government of Israel has responded so far?
I don't have any expertise. I'm a mother. I don't know anything about. I can't give. I can't even imagine being in the position of the decision makers in the government. I can say that October 7th was a horrific day. There's nobody who's come to console us or came to a nice funeral, come to visit us in the last week and a half, who haven't been to numerous other funerals of friends, family, children, old people, whole families that were lost. And it's like a tear through the Israeli psyche. I've been active my whole life in coexistence and peace, and Yanai was that way as well. We believed in those things, but I don't see how, massacres of babies in their beds advance that. And I hope that whoever makes the decisions, and again, I don't have any idea. I'm not a military professional and I don't know how to make those decisions, but I hope that it's with a thought process of how we can all heal from this terrible tragedy and how we can build our lives back, both Israelis and Palestinians who aren't Hamas members, because I think that what Hamas did ended up hurting everyone, both Palestinians and Israelis. It wasn't to anyone's benefit on either side.
No, obviously not. And there's so many people that were killed that day that were actually active members of the peace movement. People that did a lot to try to bring about a two-state solution, and people who protested Netanyahu, and people who protested the oppression of Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank.
It wasn't to anybody's benefit on either side what Hamas did on that October 7th. Now you decide. It wasn't to anybody's benefit at all. It wasn't to anybody's benefit what Hamas did with their massacre. Wasn't to anybody's benefit on both sides. On both sides. Whether to Israelis or to Palestinians, it wasn't to anybody's benefit. No, it was plain dark evil. Dark evil.
He was not an aggressive person.
Wasn't to anybody's benefit. Wasn't to anybody's benefit.
Alana, thank you so much, and may Yanai's memory be a blessing. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you, Jake.
Coming up, the House will not hold another vote for Speaker tonight after Congressman Jim Jordan failed to muster the adequate number of votes to clinch the job earlier today. Again. Coming up next, I'm going to talk to one congressman who is fervently against Jordan's speaker bid. I'm going to ask him about the pressure tactics that are not only being used against him, but against his wife. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jason. I've lost 220.